Hey everybody, welcome back. Mike from Spectre Comics. Today I'm going to show you how to draw the drip effect using Posca Markers. I'm going to be drawing on Vellum Bristol Board, and I'm using this drawing I did of Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've been doing a lot of Avatar character drawings lately because the Avatar Netflix live-action show is actually coming out later this month. So I've been doing a bunch of shorts on the various characters, including Katara, Appa, Momo, and Sokka. That'll be coming out soon. So we're just adding to the streak by using this Aang drawing to do the drip effect. Normally what I would do is I would take this pencil drawing and I would just start coloring it in and then add the drip effect later. But this time I'm actually going to plan out the drips ahead of time, penciling in where I want the drips to go. And what you'll notice about the drips is I'm not just taking lines that drip down. I'm actually making them kind of bulbous, because if you look at something gooey or sticky and it would be dripping, it always stretches and there's like a bulb at the end and it's a long string. So that's kind of the effect we're trying to get with the drip effect here. So we are doing it in pencil first, and then we're going to go ahead and take the Posca markers and start filling in the color. I'm just going to use my base colors, but the key to the drip effect is knowing what colors bleed over what colors underneath. That is going to give me an opportunity to color in the colors that are going to drip onto the colors below it. So once I start adding color, I'm going to look to the areas that are going to drip over the colors beneath it, and I'm actually going to carry that color down. I'm also using the drips right off of some solid lines. In most cases, they're going to drip off the edges of things, like from his ear down. He's also going to have the colors come out of his eye, and so I'm taking the color of his eyeball and bleeding the color down past the white of his eye and down onto his cheek and make it look like it's rippling off. You can also take into account anything that's like bumps or ripples in things, such as clothing or cheekbones or lips, or anything where there would be something that would project out. You're basically dripping the drip effect over that as if it's running down a surface. In the course of painting the character with the colored markers, I'm also going to take into effect shadows and where the darker areas of the character are going to be based on where the light source is. The light source in this case is going to be off to the upper right hand of the picture. Now, I don't like to go too crazy with the drips and show them everywhere. I like to strategically place a few here and there so that it looks like it's just a slow, kind of like melting wax as he's dripping down. And I don't want to go too crazy and just make it everywhere on the drawing. Some people take the drip effect to a really crazy degree, and I just want to keep it simple, do a couple of strategic locations for it, and just show the effect by having the colors kind of bleed one into the other. And once I get the bulk of the colors where I want them on the drawing, I'm going to go ahead and figure out where the drips are and add a little shadow to the end to make it look a little more 3D. So once all of the ink is completed and all the shadows are cast where I want them to be, I'm going to go ahead and take black markers and ink all over the lines of the drawing. This will be the final step to finalize the drawing. So I've got 3 line weights of black Posca marker. I've got a fine tip, I've got a medium tip, and I've got a thick tip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the thin tip and go and add some of the smaller detail in. This is going to be areas like the eyes and the insides of the ears and just any fine line work that I need a really fine tip to go over the pencil lines of the drawing. The next thing I'm going to do is take the medium tip black marker and go around the edges, anything that's like the outline of the face, but it overlaps another line. So not the outer line of the entire drawing, but I'm going to take anything that's within the inside is going to get a kind of a medium tip line. And the final thing I'm going to do is take the black thick tip marker and go around the entire outline of the entire drawing. And you can see as I'm just finishing up the drawing, adding all the black line work, it really makes everything pop, and it makes the drip effect even more pronounced because now you've got everything outlined with a nice thin black line, which really makes it contrast from its background. The very final step I want to do is go ahead and take a white marker, and I want to create a little bulb like a reflection, as if it was a liquid and light was reflecting off. In the case where the white is dripping, I'm not going to take a white marker, but I'm actually going to show a shadow with a very light gray that kind of curves in the same way to show some shadow on that using the gray marker. So that is how you draw in the drip effect using Posca markers, drawing on Vellum Bristol Board. Hope you enjoyed my Aang drawing with the drip effect applied. If you have any questions or comments on my method, go ahead and put that in the comment section below. Now there's a bunch of different ways to do the drip effect. I've seen other artists do it different ways. All are effective. This is just one way, and if you have any questions on that way, as I said, just put it in the comment section below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials, and I really appreciate you watching. Have a great day. We will see you next time.